Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I want to give you the rest of your information on your NQ. But before doing so, really quickly, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the two of you who have left a comment on this video here. As you can see, there's at least 51 views here. And I ask that some of you would leave a comment. Do me a favor and leave me a comment to let other people know that you're utilizing information, and also to let me know that you're able to retain what it is that I'm delivering in this in the videos. And two of you stepped up and actually did that. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to you, Paul and Payment. Y'all definitely left a comment on that video. And Santiago, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And Dimitri, thank you so much for leaving comments on the other videos. I appreciate you guys doing that. It's really important that you do that. And I want to say thank you to you guys for doing that because it allows me to know whether or not the information is being retained. Very important. And then it also show others that, hey, this information is of course useful. And so if you're having problems with it, let me know. I really want to know that as well, because I want to make sure that it's digestible. That's the most important part. I want to give you digestible information. And so not commenting, I know no one commented on TikTok. No one took the time to leave a comment. And it is interesting that there's a lot of views, but no one is taking the time to comment, because it takes at least 20 minutes to mark up the chart, given the amount of details that I would have to put on it. And so to see that no one would take the time to actually like the video, well, not like, because I do get likes, but not commenting, saying, hey, I am finding the information useful. That's that's something. But again, for those that do take the time, I'm appreciative that that I'm at least reaching some of you, because I am committed to at least having a handful of people that's willing to, of course, go about trading it with etiquette, having the right response when it comes to trading, not just, of course, selfishly taking and just looking to, of course, achieve success without showing a level of etiquette. Most professional fields have the right etiquette associated with them. And because this field tends to lack the requirements that most other professional fields actually require, you kind of get that you kind of get that going on. I'm not going to actually label it, but you kind of get that kind of interaction where people are not professional. And so for you guys that take the time to actually like the video, I want to say thank you for doing so. So I will constantly make videos for at least those that like the information. And for those that's willing to leave a comment, y'all are the reason why I'm willing to keep making the videos. Because if it's reaching at least one of you or two of you, I'm committed to keep showing up. All right. So really important that I say that, because I'm not going to buy views. I'm not going to buy, followers. I'm not going to do any of that stuff, because this is not the professional way of doing things, trying to manipulate people into believing something that's just not there. And so I'm committed to doing things the way that it should be done, and trying to, I guess, bring about the proper etiquette that needs to be associated with this field. All right. So it's all about being professional at the end of the day. All right. So now let's take a look at this information. All right. So now here's the information. I actually started this last week. All right. So I started this last week with the FOMC. And I said, can buyers fight off the sellers, for the next 2 days? All right. Now, I want you to see that. Now, this is that daily chart. All right. This is that daily chart. And we're going to take a look at that information, clicking the wrong thing there. And this is the targets. All right. So now it has three targets below. Price may move up during the news. And this was the next day when they was having the news announcements. I said yesterday, can buyers fight off the sellers for the next 2 days? Now I want you to take a look at this chart. And we're going to look at that daily. I'm going to bring this back in just a moment. All right. So of course, here's the zone. All right. Here's that zone. We had a zone there before, but we had to take it away. All right. So we had to take away that zone. I'm gonna kind of give you that snapshot one more time. All right, so we had to take away that first zone, and this is what price had looked like. All right, this is what it had looked like right here, and that's when they were over here. Now this was last week, and they were right on this bar up at that upper part of the scale, trading down, and then the FOMC drove them back up. And I said, could they fight them off for the next 2 days? And of course, the very next day we start coming down. So the first zone, we removed it because this red bar took out the first zone. Now, typically, you would have your stop one tick outside of the zone, one tick outside the zone. They stopped shy of it, started to move back up, and then yesterday they took this dive. Now, let me just move this out the way, and then we're going to take a look at that information. Yesterday they took the dive. The low there is 150.50 and a quarter. All right, there it is, the L, the 150.50 and a quarter. Now I'm gonna just grab the data here, well, the data inside this box, so you can see this. The back of the zone is 150.50. So they came within one tick of that zone, came off that low on yesterday, only to come back. Now here's the reason why they came back. Now let's go take a look at that information there. All right, so let's take a look at that. Now remember this. All right, so remember this. Here are the three targets. Now, before we do this, I wanted to say this to you. How many channels give complete context for any market or any time frame? Trend direction in real time. I've read the market in real time in several videos, giving you the distance, which is the duration, how long it can last, telling you how far it can go, how much money you can make, your paycheck, and which bar will prove real participation for a hard stop. This is important, and how to read it in real time. And I'm even telling you how to do that. And proven turning points to anticipate the prior three things to show up. So these three things that I had just listed, in order for these to show up, you're going to want to get an area where that can actually probably take place. And we've done this. Now, here's the target part. Now, we're going to take a look at that information. Now, here's the targets. Okay. Now, I'm not a targeting service. All right. But I do this too, because this is a part of how I trade. All right. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, again, there's that target. Now, let me just kind of make this bigger. 14,981 and a quarter. All right. Now I gave this back on the 12th. All right. So 14,981 and a quarter. They made it there. Now, if you've been looking at of course, the videos that I've been making here recently, let's put this somewhat side by side here. Let me bring this back so you can kind of see where it all started. All right. So it all started. Let me grab that really quickly here. It all started right here. All right, so it all started right here. That's that bottom there, and this is them leaving that range, which is right over here. That's right in this area here, right on the chart here, and that's them right there on the tweet. All right, so that's them leaving the range, and then of course they made that first target. Okay, they made the first target, and this is when I put it on YouTube after they had made the first target, because it's easy to snap the picture. But I told you guys about these two down here. And so then they ran down, of course, and hit that target. Now, you're definitely going to want to use these ranges. I told you that. You'll want to use these ranges. They hit that target and they bounced off. Now, look at the response. Use the range, catch the longs. They ran up there, came back down right into that target, and then they jumped up, ran back up near that target, and then here they are right now, and they're bouncing off of it. So when I tell you what other channel is giving you complete context, I'm not just, of course, giving you fragmented information like other channels do. I'm giving you the whole package. All right. The whole package. I'm telling you the trend direction. You need to know what a trend is. You need to know how far to go. And you definitely want to know where's the real participation for that stop. So that way you can hide, behind price and go ahead and get it to work for you. And all of this stuff can be done in absolute real time. All right. So I did tell you, and this is something I will say before I go. I told you that if they come back and get that target, that we may be running into a problem. All right, so now let's before I go, let's move this. Let's move this up. Let's see what they can do with this. Let's see. Let's see if they can stay down. Let's change this a bit. Let's go red. We're gonna go red. I'm gonna see if they can stay down. I'm just gonna put one zone here. I'm not gonna put a lot of them. We're just gonna put one zone. And we're gonna go 250. Let's go 250 and 150. You know what? I'll put them both. I'll put them both back there. But because they went through it, I'm not really anticipating that it should hold up. But let's do this. Let's do this. Matter of fact, I'll put them both back. I'll put them both back. We're gonna flip them. We're gonna flip them upside down again. But when they go through them, I'm anticipating that they'll go to the next one. That's why I don't really want to do this. But I told you if they come back, it could cause a problem. It could cause a problem. But let's just put it there. Let's just put it there. Should price want to do what I think they would do? they'll do it. I'm not 100% certain, as I shouldn't be. I'm just going to listen to the market and see where it goes. All right. Now, let's go ahead and put this back in here. All right, so as you can tell, if the zone was there for the, of course, the move back down, you can tell, they came within a handful of ticks of back of the zone. And let's check this high, okay? Because I told you that no close bar was up there. That's 336.75. The back of that zone is 350. I told you this is the no close bar. There's the colored bar here for the hard stop. So definitely off the upper part of the scale inside the zone, and they're trying to flip it and come back down. Here's the center of that uptrend. Now, I did tell you if they were going to make that distance, it would have been to this effect, right into this zone. All right, but they're turning it back around, and I did tell you that they've done this before. Okay, they've done this before, and that I didn't trust what was down here. And so this may be a problem if they don't go ahead and turn this back around. You definitely want to see them back above these zones. I just flipped it so you'll have an idea of what should happen if they want to keep falling. They may lift up back into here and then go ahead and start coming back into here. And from there, we should get here. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.